friends, this is Roshna Deepak from Loops and Hooks. Today I'm going to show you how to make crochet Trinity stitch. It's really simple. All you need to know how to do foundation chain stitches and single crochet stitches. And if you want any help to do those stitches, please do check in the description box. I'll be giving the link in the description box of my single crochet stitch and foundation stitches tutorial videos. So let's start. So here I'm using 4.5 mm hook and acrylic fiber thread. So let's begin by making a slip knot. And now I'm going to put foundation chains. You have to put only foundation chains of even number, any even number, like 6, 8, 10, 20, 22, whatever. Okay, here I'm going to put 20 foundation chain stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I put 20 foundation chain stitches. You can put any even number. Okay, so let's begin the first row of Trinity stitch. So what you have to do is you have to skip your the very first chain stitch from your hook and insert your hook into the second chain stitch. Okay, so skip that very first chain stitch and insert your hook into the second chain stitch. Okay, and you have to do a single crochet stitch. Okay, this is our first step before starting Trinity stitch. Okay, and now what you have to do is you have to insert your hook into the same stitch. Okay, same chain stitch we just worked, and you have to take yarn and pull out the hook and yarn together. Now you have 2 loops in your hook. So next what you have to do is insert your hook into the next chain stitch, and you have to take yarn and pull out the hook and yarn together. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. We need 4, so insert your hook into the next chain stitch and have to take yarn and pull out the hook and yarn together. So now you have 4 loops in your hook, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So yarn over and pull through all loops together. Okay, and put 1 chain. Okay, so this is our first Trinity stitch, and what we did is we did 3 single crochet stitches together. Okay, that's what we did. Let's make another one. So insert your hook into the same stitch or the previous stitch, not to the next or new one, into the previous stitch we just worked. You have to insert your hook and you have to take yarn and have to pull out the hook and yarn together. We need 4 loops in your hook. So next insert your hook into the next stitch, chain stitch, and have to take yarn and pull out the hook and yarn together. We need 1 more. So insert your hook into the next chain stitch and have to take yarn and you have to pull out the hook and yarn together. Now you got 4 loops in your hook, so that yarn over and pull through all loops together. Okay, and put 1 chain. So we got 2 Trinity stitch. Okay, we'll make another one. Insert your hook into this previous stitch we just worked, and you have to take yarn and pull out the hook and yarn together. Next into the next stitch, yarn over, pull out the hook and yarn together. We need 1 more, so insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull out the hook and yarn together. Now you got 4 loops, so yarn over, pull through all loops together and put 1 chain, and we got 3 Trinity stitches. Okay, so you have to continue all the way across the end of the foundation chain stitches, and I'll show you how to end up this row. So here I'll show you how to end up this row. We have only 2 more chains left. So insert your hook into the same or previous chain stitch which just worked, and take yarn and pull out the hook and yarn together. Then insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull out the hook and yarn together. Next, insert your hook into the next stitch, take yarn and pull out the hook and yarn together. Now you have 4 loops in your hook, so yarn over and pull through all loops together, but you should not end up with a chain stitch. Okay, you should, instead of that, you should put 1 single crochet stitch into the same stitch and have to end up this row. Okay, normal single crochet stitch. So this is how we'll end up the row. Okay, so this is our first row of Trinity stitch. So let's move on to the next row. So put 1 chain and have to flip your work. You can see how pretty is our Trinity stitch. So let's begin the next row or the second row. So we put 1 chain and turned our work. So now what you have to do is you have to insert your hook into the same stitch or the first stitch and have to do a single crochet stitch. Okay, so next we are going to work our first Trinity stitch into the same stitch. So insert your hook into the same stitch and have to take yarn and have to pull out the hook and yarn together. Now we have 2 loops, so insert your hook into the next stitch. Okay, and take yarn and pull out the hook and yarn together. Now you have 3 loops in your hook. We need 1 more, so insert your hook into the next stitch as well and take yarn and pull out the hook and yarn together. So you have 4 loops in your hook. So yarn over, pull through all loops together and put 1 chain. So this is our first Trinity stitch in the second row. So we'll make another one. So insert your hook into the previous stitch which just worked and yarn over, pull out the hook and yarn together and insert the hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull out the hook and yarn together, insert the hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull out the hook and yarn together. So now you have 4 loops in your hook. So yarn over, pull through all loops together and put 1 chain. You have to continue with the same steps all the way across till the end of this row. Okay. So here I finish 3 rows of Trinity stitch. So hope you remember that when you start up the new row, you have to put one chain and have to turn your work and have to insert your hook into the first or same stitch and have to do a single crochet stitch. And from this stitch you have to start doing Trinity stitch. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull out the hook and yarn together, insert the hook into this next stitch, yarn over, pull out, insert the hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull out the hook and yarn together. Once you have 4 loops in your hook, pull through all loops together and put one chain and have to continue the same steps across the end of the row. Okay, when you end up the row, put one single crochet stitch, then have to put one chain stitch and have to turn your work and have to start up new row. Okay, hope you learned Trinity stitch, and if you have any doubt, please do watch until you learn the stitch thoroughly. And if you like this video, please do like, share to all your friends and subscribe to my channel. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.